did. And now you gotta get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. Good evening, Postal family. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? That's what I'm talking about. So I want to touch on a lot of different things today, so I hope you got a little bit of time to go with me. First off, get a cup. My buddy calls me up and he's going through some things. He knows who he is. Cup information is in the video description. Second off, running low on funds. Video description. Looking for information on how to buy a house. Video description. Looking on ways to fix your credit. Video description. We got it all. Looking to figure out how to deal with some of the bull crap we deal with and do it in the right manner and right forms and EEOs and when is that time? Here's a little backstory for you. And just like I told you guys before, when I don't have answers, I usually call Miss K. Now, maybe people thought that was a joke, but there was no joke to that. So I actually connected the phone call so that he could speak with her. And she actually gave her straightforward opinion. So it's important to have a network of different people. I keep a network of different people for you. So when there's stuff about human resources, I have a friend that works in human resources. When I have things that are going on with the job and what can be done in contracts, I have people for that. I have people in every single craft. So when I tell you guys to go subscribe to somebody else, these are people that I trust. Now, you may not like how some of them talk, but you ask some questions, they're going to give their honest answer. And sometimes you need that because you don't want an objective or somebody that's going to give you an opinion that's biased. You want a straightforward opinion. Like I said, Miss K, video description. CCA Nick, just look for him. Look for Mr. D, he's in the video description. We're creating a small network to help you. All right, on to the next topic. My buddy, he worked in my department for a while. He just transferred. I don't want to say names, but he knows who he is. He brought up a good point. He's incredibly intelligent with his hands. And he's always explained that. He's a very hands-on individual. You guys know those people. And he moved over to a different department, and they asked him to do this and asked him to fix that, and he was able to do it. And somebody came down at him and was like, hey, I'm a level 19. This is where you guys got to deal with this. Somebody that has a higher level than you. And he's like, I don't really give a rat's ass what your level is. Because if you were that high in a level, you'd be doing what I'm doing right now, because they couldn't. So he said, a lot of people, this is where you guys may relate, and this is going to hit home. You guys have those supervisors that tend to pick at you for no reason, that you feel like is always on your back or singling you out. So he said, a lot of these people that are in these higher up positions, they're only somebody when they punch that clock. And that was something that just struck me. I was like, you know what? They can only do that. They can only use that little bit of power that they have when they punch that clock. He said, you ain't nobody outside of work. That just struck me. That struck me. And I was like, damn, that's real. So next time your 204B comes at you and starts harassing you, just remember, there ain't nobody outside of work. They only have that power over you temporarily while you're at work. It may get underneath your skin, but they are honestly nobodies. If anybody has had a situation like that, please leave that situation in the video description. Well, actually, leave that information in the comment section, because other people want to hear about this foolishness as well. So you don't feel like you're alone. People relate to the garbage that goes on. It's a shame, but it does go on. That blew my mind. He was like, you ain't nobody outside of work. Your level means nothing to me. Don't let that stuff bother you, Postal family. Now on to the nitty gritty. So the last few videos, I was giving you guys some information about where I believe the post office is heading. I was kind of everywhere, little bits and pieces. So I want to try to break it down for you in a very simple way so everybody could kind of understand this is not a Amazon model, although some things are taken from Amazon. This is just one of those things that seems like it's going to work. I've been in logistics a long time, and it seems like it's going to work and it's going to benefit everybody. So people that are fretting, saying, oh man, should I even apply? Absolutely apply. Will it eliminate your position? No. The positions that were going to be eliminated, I left a link to the article, the initial article, probably about 9 or 10 videos ago. And when I say something about positions, it's just a position. It's not a job. It's not the job. The people that lose their positions, more than likely going to be postmasters, certain managers. The people that are making over $100,000 a year. And then the people that are going to be forced to retire. Now, another individual made a comment, thank you, and they stated that change is good for some people and is going to be bad for some people. They're going to be winners and losers when change happens. It always works out that way. And I'm telling you, Postal family, you guys be coming up with these words, and it just makes me think like, wow, that was so simple, but so it's so touching and it's so real. So when somebody's upset because, oh, this is going to happen, it's going to happen. Or and then the next person I see in the videos comment section like, man, that sounds like a good idea. Realize some people are going to be upset and others are going to be happy about it. And then ask yourself, why are you upset about it? Because when I look back at the times and I say, wow, we didn't have sorting machines 30, 40 years ago. People used to sort the mail by hand. And now they got sorting machines. Did they lose people's jobs? No. They just created different types of jobs. And that's exactly what I mean when I put all these little bits and pieces of information out there for you. It's so you can see what's upcoming and be prepared. It's nothing more. Someone said you need to be more encouraging in my words. I can, and there's a time and a place to be encouraging. But when I'm delivering information, I deliver the information as real as possible. And some people get offended by the way I deliver it. That's not my fault if you get offended by the way I deliver my message. So let's start from a station standpoint. A station. So we mentioned that they were going to have these machines that were actually going to sort parcels. They've been doing this at the plants forever. And now they just made a smaller version to put it in a station. That's all that was. That was in the last video. Now, that makes that more efficient. It frees up clerks to do other work. Think about that. So when you say, man, I've been busy doing my parcels all day and I haven't had time to do my returns. I haven't had time to go and wrap the trays up. It frees clerks up to do other work. Stations won't look a mess. Look inside of your stations. Don't your stations look like a whirlwind has hit them all the time? Well, the stations that have these machines coming in will free up clerks to do other things. Once that thing goes into effect, now the mail, all of the mail and all of the parcels will be done prior to the carriers coming in.